You walk into a store in 2025, and every TV looks like a portal to the future. Sleek edges, promises of AI-powered clarity, colors so vivid they feel alive. But here's the truth, no sales rep will tell you. Some of these screens aren't just disappointing, they're digital time bombs. They'll work fine for a few weeks, then slowly unravel, pixel by pixel, update by update, until you're stuck with a very expensive paperweight. Today we're exposing the TV brands you should avoid at all costs, not because they're cheap, but because they betray your trust. And the worst part, they're hiding in plain sight. Let's start at the bottom of the barrel. Number 8, Insignia. Yeah, that Best Buy exclusive that screams deal. At first glance, it's tempting. 65 inches for under $350, Fire TV built in, decent enough picture from the couch. But Insignia isn't a brand. It's a label slapped on whatever factory had spare capacity that month. There's no R&D team, no quality control, no company standing behind it when things go wrong. Users report apps freezing within months, remotes dying, and support tickets vanishing into a void. One viewer said their Insignia bricked itself trying to load Disney+. No warning, no fix, just silence. If your TV can't survive a software update, is it really a smart TV, or just a trap? But that's just the warm-up. Number 7. Toshiba. Remember when Toshiba meant reliability? Those were the days. Today the name is just a costume. In North America, Toshiba TVs are fully owned and built by Hisense, running a watered-down version of Fire TV on budget panels. The result? Motion blur that turns fast-paced sports into impressionist art, sluggish menus, and dead pixels that customer service calls within normal tolerance. It's nostalgia weaponized, using your trust in a legacy name to sell you yesterday's leftovers. Don't confuse a familiar logo with actual quality. And speaking of inconsistency, number 6, JVC. Once an audio pioneer, now a wild card. In 2025, JVC doesn't even design its own TVs. It licenses the name to whoever's bidding. Buy one in Texas and you might get a decent panel. Buy the same model in Ohio, and it arrives with washed-out colors, laggy menus, and a remote that misses half your commands. There's no standard, no oversight, no guarantee. It's like buying a car without knowing if the engine came from a dealership or a junkyard. Some users get lucky. Most just get frustrated. Why gamble on your living room centerpiece? Now, number 5. Philips. Here's where it gets tricky. In Europe, Philips TVs are masterpieces, ambilight, rich contrast, cinematic color science, but cross the Atlantic and you're handed a completely different product. In the US, Philips is licensed to budget manufacturers who strip out the good stuff. No ambilight, slower processors, plastic frames that creak. One buyer thought they were getting the European dream, only to unbox a sluggish, feature-stripped shell that couldn't even run the latest Netflix update smoothly. Same name, two realities, and unless you're shopping overseas, you're stuck with the lesser version. But at least Philips still exists on shelves. Number 4. Panasonic. Try finding one in a US store in 2025. Go ahead, we'll wait. That's because Panasonic quietly vanished from the American market years ago. Yet their OLEDs in Japan and Europe are still among the best ever made. Perfect blacks, buttery motion, color accuracy that makes filmmakers weep. So what's the catch? If you import one, you'll hit a wall. No Hulu, no Max, no local warranty. Firmware updates might even brick it. One fan spent $2,500 on a Japanese model, only to discover half his apps refused to install. Elite hardware, unusable software, a masterpiece locked behind a language and region barrier. And then there's number 3, Vizio. Once the people's champion, huge screens, fair prices, solid picture, but somewhere along the way, Vizio forgot who it was fighting for. Their SmartCast OS was already shaky, but even after switching to Google TV, legacy issues linger. Firmware updates now arrive with hidden costs, slower response, broken HDMI inputs, remotes that need 3 taps to register. Worse, their warranty support has all but evaporated. A technician told us, the hardware's okay, but the software's held together by duct tape and prayers. If your TV can't keep up with the apps you use daily, what good is it? but the real roller coaster. Number 2. Hisense. Give them credit, they're swinging for the fences. Their U8K series boasts insane brightness, gaming features that rival LG, and prices that seem too good to be true. And that's the problem, because in 2025, buying a Hisense is like playing panel roulette. One unit shines, the next suffers from clouding, vertical banding, or flickering that no setting can fix. Even identical model numbers can perform wildly differently. And their software? A patchwork of Roku, Google TV, and proprietary skins, depending on where you live. You won't know what you're getting until it's too late. Ambition without consistency isn't innovation, it's a gamble. Which brings us to number 1, Samsung, the giant, the trendsetter, the brand that defined modern TV. And yet, in 2025, Samsung feels less like your ally and more like your landlord. Their Neo QLEDs are undeniably stunning, bright, vibrant, perfect for gaming. But they're pushing 8K hard even though almost no 8K content exists. You're paying thousands for resolution you'll never see. Then there's Tizen OS, once clean and fast, now cluttered with ads for airline miles and credit cards. Yes, your TV is selling you financial products. Firmware updates sometimes downgrade performance, and HDMI issues have spiked since early 2024. Samsung still makes beautiful screens, but the experience feels less like entertainment and more like a monetized showroom. So what's the real takeaway? It's not about avoiding cheap TVs, it's about avoiding false promises, because the most expensive mistake isn't paying too much, it's wasting your time, your trust, and your movie nights on a screen that quits on you. In 2025, specs don't tell the whole story. Software, support, and consistency matter just as much as pixels. And if a brand can't deliver on all three, no amount of marketing glitter will save it. So next time you're dazzled by a showroom display, ask yourself, is this TV built to last, or just built to sell?